All right, good morning, boys. What is up? Today is actually Thursday night. It is 1:30 in the morning. Unfortunately, I do have a boat to catch tomorrow morning, so I will not be able to give you guys a trade recap then. So I am stupidly dedicated enough to make you guys a trade recap at 1:30 in the morning because I know a lot of you guys have been asking how I trade Asia. So I'm gonna give you guys that video now, right? Asia for me is extremely simple. Did I take a trade at 1:30 in the morning? Absolutely not. I took a trade at around 6 p.m. and one at 8:30. I'm gonna get into both of them now and explain, not at 8:30, at 10, 11. Sorry, I'm an idiot. At 9, okay? So I'm gonna go over both trades now. $300 across five 150Ks. Now, why am I only making $300 on an 150K? I took a payout yesterday when my account balance was at like 3K or 2.8, so I took 1.4 per account. So my accounts only have 1.5K left in them. So I'm risking like 300 per trade, and I'm trying to make like 3 to 500 per trade, and then take another $1,500 payout per account. I also just secured a $1,500 payout across three accounts with Funded Futures Family, and then a $1,750 payout with another account, which is this one. So 400 per account with these guys, and then 300 per account with TopStep. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a trade recap because on the higher time frame, I'm extremely bullish. On the higher time frame with Nasdaq, there's no reason to be looking for shorts, right? We had this entire move to the upside here, sponsored by this daily imbalance. We had this move here, sponsored by this 4-hour gap, and a sweep of sell side. We continue to move higher. We then make an unfilled 4-hour gap. I have a bias at this point in time telling me this. We have a 4-hour unfilled gap below us. Unfortunately, that was my trade idea for the day. What I really wanted to happen was I wanted to see price open at 6 p.m., dump into this 4-hour, and then look for longs to target all-time highs, right? Why does price move? Price is going to move for one of three reasons. Price is going to move to A, take out buy side or sell side, aka liquidity. Not all liquidity. A lot of you guys always get confused and like we'll take out a low like this and you're like, oh, why didn't we immediately reverse? Because that wasn't a significant enough pool of liquidity for price to reverse from, right? Which I honestly thought this would have been the low. I'm not gonna lie, but it clearly wasn't a strong enough pool, right? So price won't just reverse from every pool of liquidity, right? But a pool such as all-time highs might just be strong enough, especially if we made relative equal highs between these two highs, right? So we see market opens higher and leaves what? It leaves this imbalance here. We have new day opening gap resting below us. Price takes out all-time highs and gives us a bearish candle closure to the downside. I literally just enter in short right there, targeting this. And this is on my Funded Futures family account. So my Funded Future family account, I made 400 per account, or whatever this was. 350 with literally just one mini. That's it on this trade to get that winning day, and secured a 7,500 or $6,500 payout. And then I just fucked off for a bit, and then I realized, all right, I actually cannot trade tomorrow morning because tomorrow morning I have a boat that I have to catch, so I can't even trade in the fucking morning, right? So I'm like, all right, what is the next significant pool of liquidity and what is price doing? Like I said, I wanted this unfilled 4-hour gap. Unfortunately, I could not trade into it. Like I said, my Asia strategy is quite literally me just shorting and longing into unfilled imbalances. So you guys know, I just trade into imbalances. Mainly, I've been farming new day opening gap, right? Shorted into new day opening gap. What I do earlier this week as well. Literally every day I've just been doing that. Let's find another day as an example to show you guys how efficient this is. What is this? This is another market open day. I believe I don't know what I took in Asia yesterday. I think I took a short somewhere here. Probably this one. But whenever there's a new day opening gap, you can just get away with shorting or longing into it in the first 10 minutes of market open. And it has a pretty significant win rate. Like I said, it is not a system or strategy in itself. It's something I trade very discretionally and not something I recommend everyone to trade with. Here's another perfect example. Market closes here, right? On a half day, what do we have here? Right, we have OTE of a range. We also have a bearish 5-minute gap that day. And price beautifully aligned with those confluences, and you could have just gone short off that. Right? What day was this? This was a few days ago, I believe. I missed out on that short. I'm so tired, guys. It's 2 in the morning. This is ridiculous. And then price actually just reacted off these fibs here. But look. Sorry. 5-minute gap right here that we respected. Tap into OTE, and then we just shit the bed from there with bullish imbalances resting below us. I'm kind of surprised we never filled NWOG. Right? Which is low-key kind of crazy. But we did fill it on ES. Right? So we made an SMT there. We can see on ES, we caved in far deeper into that imbalance than on NQ. Right? So I see that we have this imbalance right here. We have an unfilled hourly gap, right? What am I looking for? Let me clear my charts up for you guys. We have another drawn liquidity right here. Unfilled hourly gap. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a intermediate time frame sponsorship from a PD array. What do we get? Look at this. 5-minute order block. Look at this. 5-minute gap. We don't tap the order block. I'm so tired. Wow. We don't tap the order block. We tap the 5-minute gap. We then get a bearish candle closure. Right here, I literally just enter for a 1-to-1 risk reward. That is it. Stops above the high and then TP at this low. That's it. 0.78 RR. That's it for $300. Took this with, I think, 2 minis. Oh, yeah, I want to say 2 minis. Basically risking 300 to make 300. Pretty simple. Or risking 400, I believe. Literally just 350 to make 300. Some simple shit. Nothing too crazy. Low risk, low reward. Literally just farming winning days until I can take out a few more payouts. Because I'm trading with like 10 accounts right now. So when I'm taking $1,000 payouts, it adds up. I've taken $13,000 in payouts this week, which is incredible. So very simple Asia trade. That was literally it. 5-minute gap tap, 1 minute displacement to the downside. You could have waited for the inverse and taken it here. I don't think inverses work too well in Asia from my experience, but it was literally just a gap tap with a strong displacement towards a objective or a drawn liquidity. Now, what did I think was the best trade to take in Asia? By far this one. We have this unfilled 4-hour gap below you. And look at this beautiful setup. Price gives you at 8 a.m. We have this volume imbalance we're rejecting from. Price just goes lower and lower right here. At 8 p.m., price opens high, dumps. Asia usually trends and trends hard when it does, right? So it is usually pretty easy to find which way Asia wants to move. And when it picks that at 8 p.m., you can just ride that wave. And that is exactly what I did here. Or sorry, that is exactly what I would have done here if I was on the charts. This is the setup I was literally waiting for. At 6 p.m., I just took my profits here for the winning day, but this was my objective. So in theory, this is the trade I had in mind to this draw, and it would have played beautifully. But I just took profits when all my accounts hit $5,300 to secure that payout. I don't want to be greedy. Should have been greedy, but this was it. Any questions, feel free to ask me. I will be there to answer. Free Discords in bio. So any and all questions are welcome there. And I am hosting a giveaway this next weekend with Lucid Trading. So I'll see you boys then and peace out. Have a blessed weekend.